Hey guys, gals, everybody out there, Mark from tenttable.com. You know, spring has sprung, our season is getting ready to get in full gear, and I just thought I'd take a minute to go over some of the repair essentials that anybody should have in their shop, in their truck. I know in our rental department, you know, we would always put together some sort of a toolbox like this, one per truck, that had all of the necessity items to make sure when we get out to a job, we didn't run into any issues. You know, what are those items? Well, we can start over here, okay? Great products for tents. This is a liquid tape. A lot of times you'll get out there, you'll start setting up your tent, you'll notice that there's a small pinhole. This liquid tape can be dabbed right onto it, and it's gonna seal any holes. For the inflatable industry, there's quite a few items, okay? Our patch-all tape is a great quick fix. You know, the patch-all is a TPU tape. It is a very flexible, waterproof, very strong adhesive tape, okay? The nice thing about it is, because it is flexible, all right, it's a polyurethane tape. You know, it's gonna take any of the abuse that somebody bouncing, pulling, stressing on a game might have. It's incredibly sticky, incredibly durable. I've seen small repairs done with this that will last an entire season. You know, if you wanna get a little bit further into it, okay, I always recommend doing repairs with vinyl, okay? And that's where you're gonna take some of our SX69 glue, repair vinyl, seam roller, okay? Have something to clean the surface, all right? And you can sit there and very easily do a repair right out in the field. I wanna go over a few tips and pointers on repairing a hole or a cut in a vinyl inflatable or a tent, okay? Basically what I'm gonna try to do is just, you know, here I've got a piece of vinyl that I put a slice in. I've taken another piece of vinyl, all right? I've cut it. Now notice, most of your vinyl is gonna come out with a square edge. When you're cutting your patch, it's always a great idea to make sure that the edges are rounded, because once you get it to adhere well, you're gonna have less risk of that peeling off. Now, this happens to be in a nice clean situation, but one of the most important things is repairing is only going to be as good as the surface it's applied to. So lacquer thinner, denatured alcohol, some sort of solvent to help clean the vinyl. I'm going to recommend against acetone, because acetone can be a little bit too strong and may actually melt the vinyl. Now, if you look closely, okay, your vinyl is going to have a top and a bottom. If it's an area on the bottom, or if it's an area that is less conspicuous and won't be seen, I always like to actually bond the top of the vinyl to the top of the vinyl, because I've got more vinyl here than here. So your adhesion is going to be much better. So basically what I would do is give the area a little bit of a wipe with a cleaner, okay? I'm then gonna take the patch, I'm gonna lay the patch on top, and I'm gonna use a pen just so I can see where I'm going once I put the glue on, all right? I'm going to use a can of the vinyl cement. This is our own brand. It's SX69. There we go. Don't buy more glue than you need. You're better off sometimes with a smaller amount. So if it does dry out, okay, you're not discarding as much. You know, open it up, use it in a well-ventilated area. And then what I'm actually going to do, and as I said, I'm going to, you know, coat one side of the vinyl. As I was saying before, I'm going to coat the top right here. Then I'm going to also put a coat within the lines that I was looking at and working with, so I don't have a lot of seepage on the outside, okay? And I'm actually gonna let that sit, tack up, and dry for probably 10 or 15 minutes, because you really don't wanna push the two glues together when they're wet. The bond is gonna take place when they're tacky. So I've actually got a heater behind me here. I'm gonna try to accelerate the drying a little bit. And if you're doing this in your shop, you might be using something like a hair dryer, but just something that's going to allow the glue itself to start to tack up and mend. I naturally would have waited probably an additional 5 or 10 minutes for this, but I'm going to put this on. I'm going to use my seam roller, okay? And I'm going to roll with pressure. It's always nice to be working on a good flat surface, okay? And at that point, if I have any glue that might have gotten along the outside of the area, I'm going to use my lacquer thinner to clean that up. And basically that's it. Your repair is done, okay? As I said, I glued top to top because I'm going to have my most amount of glue. But if you had to do it the other way, it's going to work fine. I would have let it set for probably another 5 or 10 minutes till when I touched the glue, it was tacky. And then once I put it together, it's going to be an instant bond. And I will say just clean the glue off around the edges, because what you don't want to have is have it, you know, yellow over time. But a patch like that can be done permanently and effectively, and it can save time and an event if you have to take that out somewhere to get it repaired. So that's basic vinyl repair 101. Cut it, round corners, a good coating of the cement. You need your seam roller, you need your lacquer thinner to make sure it's clean, and then you have a permanent repair.